host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016. There's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, set the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. They'll look to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. The Packer fans, and not to mention members of this defense, likely hoping to forget what Mostert did to Green Bay in the NFC title game last year. 29 carries, 220 yards, and an NFL postseason record-tying 4 touchdown runs. On 2nd down, Mostert. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers 16. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taken at about the 1. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
They're on the return. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he powers his way up past the 30.
For Green Bay.
Tackle made by Thomas Davis. For the Packers and Niners, this, of course, a rematch of the NFC Championship game from a year ago. And that game belonged to the 49ers. You might remember Raheem Mostert. Boy, he really made a name for himself in that one. 220 yards on the ground. 4 touchdown runs in the 37-20 victory that sent the 49ers to Miami. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
First down, Packers.
Throwing is Rodgers. Slant to Adams. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Ball carrier.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
Now Rodgers. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
A gain of 18.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
About 3 yards there to the 27.
With a handoff.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 27, Rodgers. He'll get this off to Jamal Williams. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, he'll have to be pinpoint here.
As I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
With the score.
Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On 2nd and goal, Rodgers, the quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Here's Jones. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th.
Beyond for the field goal. A 26-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays, and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On play action, they'll throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And that will be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
On first down, Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams.
Complete.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
First down.
Here's Rodgers. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And down he'll go at the 25. That catch good for only a couple.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
The ball carrier.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
This time, Rodgers will throw. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Thought they were going to force a fourth down. Instead, P.I. gives him the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
They'll run it with Jones. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
Aaron Jones.
The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing now is Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now Mostert. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The ball carrier.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
3.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
At their own 4.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now this time he'll look to throw. Hits his target, the tight end Mo Alley Cox. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. He tried to get something going there with a little toss behind the line of scrimmage. Unsuccessful.
How about the athleticism of the coverage, though? Being able to dance with him coming out of the backfield. That's not easily done. But not only did he dance, took it, wheeled, and went the other way. Ended up with 6 points for his team.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Rodgers He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'll look to throw here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Again, looking for Samuel. This time the catch made. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And it's up and good.
Makes the score Niners 21, Packers 3.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
A gain of 11 on the play.
Jones with a carry on first down, but I don't think he even made it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense all over that one. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
A gain of 12. First down, Green Bay.
This is Jones. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
With a handoff to
Aaron. At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Here's Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there, just like last play.
So many times someone's success is the product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019, it all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games, got handed the ball 100 more times last year, and as an end result, broke 1,000 yards in a season rushing for the first time in his career.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Back at the 13-yard line.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 6. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And he'll get it only to about the 3 and no further as they stop him. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. A goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field.
Alert 3. Check 3. Check 3.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 34.
Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 44. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 18 yards, 1st down Niners. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Here's Mostert, toss left side.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Good. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play.
Now Rodgers throwing the out route incomplete. It's Adams. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
A gain of 13.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Niners 24, Packers 3.
Rodgers now to throw. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
14. 1st down, Green Bay.
Rodgers now on 1st down. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 49ers' 33-yard line.
Rodgers to throw once more. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 17-yard line.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception. And this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Running the counter with Mostert. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Raheem Mostert averaged 5.6 yards per carry last year. That was second in the NFL. So it's safe to say that it paid off that he patterned his work ethic after his hero, Frank Gore, the former 49er. That's a guy who really shows you how to go out and get it done each and every day. Raheem Mostert patterned him and had a breakout season in 2019 with the 49ers.
At the 38-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flushed out right. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver. And it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Dean Lowry in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 30-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
Receiver, the ball carrier.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
At the 22-yard line.
Third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
A turnover on downs.
And they will take a knee here. And they take a knee.
Tonight's final.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the 49ers, they're setting themselves up as a major contenders. They move to 8-1 now on the year, and they'll get a few extra days to savor